Hey everybody, I'm Brother Abram. This is actually my very first video on YouTube that I'm gonna be posting. Um, today's title of my Bible study is called "Judge Not." So you hear a lot of people say, people say, "Oh, the Bible says do not judge," which is a huge lie. I don't know where people get that from. They get it off of they just think it's a blanket statement based off of Matthew chapter 7 verse 1. I'm gonna read the first 5 verses and we're going to go on from there. Matthew 7, verse 1. Judge not that you be not judged. For with what judgment you judge, you will be judged. And with the measure you use it will be measured back to you. And why do you look at the speck in your brother's eye, but you do not consider the plank in your own eye? Or how you say to your brother, let me remove the speck from your eye, and you have a plank in your own eye. You hypocrite. First remove the plank in your eye, and then you can clearly see to remove the speck from your brother's eye. That is the part of that statement. Most people go by the very first verse, which says, judge not that you be not judged. And that if we go in that Bible study, a lot of people, Jesus is mostly, he was talking to the Pharisees. It's like he's saying it's a hypocritical, judgmental statement. He's not saying, he's stating that they're like hypocritical, judgmental people with attitude that tear people down to build their self up. So I'm going to tear you down and I'm going to build myself up. That's just how people are these days. But Jesus says in Matthew 7:15, he says that beware of false prophets, right? Beware of them. How do you know them? He says you will know them by their what? Their fruits. You know them by their fruits. How would you know them by their fruits, right? You need to know when people are deceiving you. You must use judgment. Just by saying you don't judge, it's just completely ridiculous. So literally, it's like, how can I use this? I've been trying to think of a way to explain how to use righteous judgment. You know what I mean? So let's say my neighbor, I have to say you got children and your neighbor is got drugs and stuff for that house. You've seen it and you want your kids over there like, hey, could you watch my kids? And you already know that they're a bad person to have watch your children. You know what I mean? You wouldn't want to send your children to a neighbor's house that like has drug addicts going in and out of their home and stuff. You know what I mean? So that's just ain't right. You have to use it. That's righteous judgment. That's just common sense. And Jesus said in Luke chapter 12, verse 54 through 59, at the end of the chapter before 13, Jesus says that, oh, the people, when they can see a storm's coming, a shower's coming from clouds ways away, they can see the wind is blowing south. That means it's sunny and heat on the other side, right? But he says, you hypocrites. He says, how do you make judgment on all these things, but you know that one day you're going to see the Father, right? You're going to go to the court and you're going to see in front of the judge. You want to make everything right along the way. You see all this other stuff coming ahead. You already know you're going to see the Father, right? This was just literally a statement of my Bible study. I wanted to see how it would turn out. James, pick up some cues from here and rock out this Bible study, my brother. Peace.